Hi everyone, and welcome to the Honeybee Nuts podcast channel. My name is Melissa, and I am coming to you from Springboro, Ohio, where I live with my husband, our dog, and 2 cats. It is a rainy Saturday. It is April something. I don't know what today's date is, but it's almost the last day of the month. I think tomorrow is the last day of the month. So that would make today April 29th. I'm a hot mess today. So I hope everybody is having a great weekend, and I hope to have these videos uploaded tomorrow at the latest. Today is Saturday, so tomorrow Sunday. I have so much to talk about today. I have 3 finished objects. I have, well, 4 if you count diamond painting. I have a half finished object for spinning, and I have 3 whips and a bunch of acquisitions because last weekend Jason and I traveled to Greencastle, Indiana, and we met up with Knit for Brains and their friend Karen and Molly from Molly Klein Design and a few other people, and it was just so fun. The weather was not great. It was rainy and cold, but we just had a lot of fun, and I did some shopping. So I am going to jump right in and see where this video takes me today, because I just finished recording about an hour long interview with Jason, which will be up by the time you see this one, because I'm gonna edit and upload that one first. And if you haven't had a chance to go check that out, I highly recommend it. Jason's going to be with me in Kentucky helping me vend, and so I thought it was a good opportunity to introduce him to you guys. And we've been talking about doing that interview that kind of went around the YouTube circle last year for quite a while now. I watched the one that Yarn Hoarder did in Suburban Stitcher, and I just really thought it would be cool to do it with Jason, and he's been wanting to be a little more involved, so we did it, and I think it turned out great. I will say it's different than this regular format, so if you're easily offended, I would recommend not watching that video, but you get a good idea for who my husband is, his humor. With that, I'm going to go jump in to finished objects, and I'm going to start with my knitting finished objects. So my first one that I have is Desert Vista Dye Work socks for April. This is the I think it's Dia de los Muertos colorway on her sparkle base, and it's one of my favorite colorways that I've knit from her, and I have it on Halloween sock blockers from Knitting Left. But this, yeah, they turned out really nice. I'm really happy with them, as always with the socks that I knit from her, and I'm excited to cast on the May ones next weekend while I'm in Maryland, which I will talk about in a little bit. But anyway, so these didn't take, I think I finished these soon after my last podcast. It only took me about a week or so to finish these, and I'm happy that they are done, and I needed to get pictures of them today and get them up on Ravelry because I am bad about that. And I forgot, so just reminded me, and I still haven't done it, so as is my MO. But I am going to get pictures of them and put them up, and we have another pair of finished socks. My next pair of finished socks are on Christmas sock blockers from Knitting Left, and these are my Dark Side of the Moon socks by Mustache Yarns. And what happened, I explained this last week, but I was knitting a pair of socks for Jason, and they turned out way too small, which I kind of had a feeling they were, but I really like them, and I thought, well, if they don't fit him, they'll fit me, and they fit me perfectly, and now I'm in love with shorty socks, and every pair of socks that I knit that are not for Desert Vista Dye Works are going to be shorties like this, because I can get a couple pairs out of one skein of yarn, and I just really love the fit. And in fact, after I podcast, these are going on my feet. So I think I was close to finishing these last week, but they are actually finished now. And then my last finished object for knitting, I know it feels like I'm going through this pretty quickly, but I've already recorded for an hour today, so I apologize, but are some more socks from Mustache Yarns in the Dark Side of the Moon colorway. So here are mine, here are Jason's, and they are finished, and they are actually still wet because I blocked them this morning. And these, again, owl stitch markers, knitting left, or owl sock blockers from Knitting Left. And yeah, so it turns out that his sock recipe, mine is 10 row cuff, 60 stitches, and then a 60 row foot, afterthought heel, and rounded toe bind off. And his are 64 stitches, 10 row cuff, 71 row foot, the one extra row is very important, and the rounded toe and afterthought heel. So I am thrilled with how they turned out. This one, neither one of them match exactly. They were a little bit off, and these are actually her must match skeins. So had I done like started each ball for the same pair, then they would have matched perfectly, but I actually had to do some finagling to try to get them to match up, because I didn't. I used one ball for his and one ball for mine. But next time I will, if he likes one of my other colorways and wants socks out of it, I will start both balls for one pair and then just pick up where that one left off for the next pair. But anyway, he loves them. He's super excited. They should be dry tomorrow, and he will get to wear them. My next finished object is diamond painting. I finished this, not this past week, but the week before, which means I already have 10 rows and a new canvas started, which I will show you when it's finished. But this is the one that I have been working on for a while. Isn't it so beautiful? This is Starry Night, obviously by Van Gogh. And this is the rounded beads full drill. And all that means is that there is no blank spaces. All of this is beading. So I am in the process of looking for a frame to have it put in, and then this will be something for Jason to hang up in the basement downstairs, because this is his favorite painting, and I think it is beautiful. I love how it turned out, and it took me a while, but I think it was worth it. I have a peacock that I'm working on now that's going to take me quite a while to finish, and that's my last diamond painting canvas for a while, but it's so pretty. I absolutely love how it turned out, and I'm really excited to finally get to show it to you guys. So that is my finished objects. 8 minutes in, 4 finished objects, no big deal. But I've got lots more to share. So I also have a giveaway to do for our color knit along, which I will do after I show everything. I will pause and go pull a winner, because I haven't done that yet. So spinning wise, I have a hoe because the single is all spun up and it's ready to be plied. So this is my loop bat that I purchased in Rhinebeck in the neon rainbow colorway, and it's got blue and like sea green, and there's some purple in there. It's kind of hard for me to show, and then of course hot pink. I can't really get to the purple. There we go. That's blue, but there is purple in there somewhere. I don't know. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. You can kind of see it peeking through right there. So this I'm hoping to have plied up this week, but last time I did my loop bat, it took me 2 weeks to ply, so we'll see how that goes. But I am really happy with how this turned out, and I am hoping for a fingering weight, but looking at it, it's probably going to end up a sport weight again, just because it looks, I don't know, it might be fingering. We'll see what happens. But anyway, so the goal is to ply this up, and then the next thing that I will start spinning is my braid from Classy Squid Fiber Co., which I purchased in Rhinebeck as well. And then all my fiber from Rhinebeck that I purchased will be spun up, and I will be moving on to the fiber I purchased from Greencastle last year, and then on to the fiber I purchased from Greencastle this year, which I will show in acquisitions. And then also I'm going to Maryland next weekend and plan to buy more fiber. So we'll see where it takes me, but I'm really loving my spinning right now. Okay, so And also today is sock Saturday, so I finished Jason's pair of socks this morning, and I'm going to finally cast on my Haverland socks from Rhinebeck while I'm editing this evening, so stay tuned for that. Where do I want to start? So we talked about socks Saturday, we talked about small project Friday, which was also Jason's socks, diamond painting Wednesday, spinning Tuesday. So let's fill in the gap and talk about Whip It Thursday. I have gotten so much work done on this project. This is the Apparition Shawl by Boo Knits. It was her mystery knit along for, I believe, 2017. Yeah, 2017. So I am actually, it looks really tiny, but it is beaded lace, so it is going to stretch. And I actually, and just to give you some perspective, I counted the other day, and there are, within this space, this is a, I think 32-inch cable, Chiao Goose, that is 512 stitches. So that is how much it is going to stretch. But here it is. I'm holding it upside down right now, but you get the idea. Let me see if I can pull it closer. You can kind of, yeah, there you go. You can see the lace work and the beading, and it's just so intricate and beautiful, and I'm loving this. It takes so much concentration. And it, honestly, most of the time when I'm done working on it for the day, I have a headache, but it is just turning out lovely, and I'm so proud of it, and the fact that I made this. So I am using Hedgehog Fiber Spell in their lace base, and I have finished, there are 7 charts. I have finished up to chart 6, and I've done half of chart 7, which is the last chart. So I have, I believe, let me just check because I can't remember how many rows I have left. Oops. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 rows left, and then but in those 7 rows, there's all those highlighted stitches is beading. So I have a ton of beading left. And I have 7 rows left and a lace, or I can't speak, beaded picot bind off after that. So this will not be finished by the time my podcast left, even though I only have 7 rows left, because I keep talking about it, but I'm so excited and it's so close. Look how beautiful. Like, this is just, I love this, and I can't wait to block it to actually see it all stretched out. But next week I'm going to Maryland with WTF Knitting, and we're meeting so many fabulous people there. And I'm so excited for a knitting weekend away. It's kind of like a knitting retreat, and with lots and lots of nitty shopping. I'm so excited. But we are leaving 2 hours earlier than we originally planned, just so that we can have more time in Maryland, because we are only going to be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we're coming in Friday and leaving on Sunday. So we only have 1 complete day in Maryland, really 2 if you count the 2 half days, but 1 full day in Maryland. And so we decided, let's leave 2 hours earlier, because Needles Up event starts at 12. And so if we can get there when that starts, then we're really not missing out on any time in Maryland. So in order to get there at 12, then I have to leave my house at 2 a.m. Friday morning, and then we will be leaving Levi's house by about 4 or 5 a.m. And then we calculated about 2 hours for stops. It's 7 hours from my house, and then 5 hours from Levi's house, because Levi is 2 hours closer. So it'll take us 5 hours once I get to Levi's house to get to Maryland, plus stops and gas and whatnot. So we are estimated to be there by noon. We're going to go straight to Needles Up because we can't check into our hotel until 3 p.m. And then after the Needles Up event, we will go check in and get refreshed, go to Knot House Yarns. And then I think we're going to be having dinner with a couple of really cool people afterwards. So I am so excited, and I cannot wait. And if you are coming, please stop me and say hi. I want to. So, what else? So let's talk about... I'm all over the place today. Sweater Monday. Guys, I worked so much on my Spellman sweater, and I'm so excited. Guys, I split for the sleeves, and I'm working on the body. I've got 6 inches on the body, so I have a few more inches, and I'll be about halfway done. But I am just so incredibly excited to finish this and be able to wear it in the fall, which I'm going to finish it just in time for summer. I'll just turn my AC down and wear it around the house. It's no big deal, but I am absolutely in love with it. The sleeve detail, the colorway, the mohair, the shape of it. I can already tell it's going to fit me so well. There was some optional bust shaping that she has in the pattern that allows you to customize it for your body type. And I just highly recommend this pattern. And I have had some people say that they're not a fan of the bobbles, or they're not a fan of the cables, but you can just do one or the other. It's easy to modify that and leave that off. But I myself love the details on the sides of the sleeves. So I'm just really, really happy with this. I just started my 3rd skein of yarn and mohair. So I'm just so happy with it. I love working on it. I will say I did break another signature cable. So I'm going to talk to them in Maryland and see if they'll replace it for me, because I just bought new ones and it was one of the new ones that I broke. So last whip work in progress is my Winter Wonderland of Minis wrap by Laura Brady of Knit for Brains in the Teeny Button Advent Calendar, Teeny Button Studio Advent Calendar from 2018, and it's just beautiful. Of course, this is my favorite color in the entire world right now, or always. This one's pretty good too. This is beautiful. Just all these colors make me so incredibly happy. I love this one. I just think it's just so lovely and beautiful. And I'm on section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm on section 19, which means I literally have 4 sections left and this baby's gonna be done. So I've been working on this for a while. I've made quite a bit of progress since you guys have seen this last. I think the last time you saw it, I think I was here. I may have been here. So I've put a good 4 sections or so on this since you've seen it. And look just how beautiful that is. This is just a really good example of how the lace is going to open up when I block it. And it's just going to be gorgeous. So I am incredibly happy with how this is turning out. It's perfect, and I cannot wait to finish it, have it finished. Yeah. Yep. It's just really beautiful. So, like I said, 4 more days, or 4 more sections, and this will be done. So I know I went really quickly through all the knitting content today, but I've been recording for a few hours now, and I have a lot of acquisitions to show. So this podcast is going to be a bit shorter than normal, but that's okay because I'm going to have 2 videos up this week. The first acquisitions that I received this week before I went to Greencastle is some more Nomadic Yarns Harry Potter colorways. These are the new ones she came out with. So this is Polyjuice Potion, which I love the purple in there. And then this one is gillyweed. It's just beautiful. And this is the only yarn that I purchased. Actually, I didn't purchase this month. I purchased this because it takes 5 to 6 weeks for her to make it and ship it. So this was last month's purchase. And then the only other thing that I purchased, stuff that I purchased this month, was the Greencastle stuff that I'm about to show you. And next podcast I'll have acquisitions as well because I'm going to Maryland next weekend. So, yay. So I'm going to show you the fiber first just because that's what's on top. And this is in no particular order. This is from Spotted Circus. And this is the first time I believe I've seen her vend. This is called Stained Glass Merino Firestar Tropical. 4.1 ounces. Guys, isn't that so pretty? It's so neon-y and it glows under a black light. So I guess if I'm ever under a black light wearing something made out of this, then I'll glow. But it also has sparkle in it for those moments when you're not under a black light. But I just think it's beautiful, and it was only $18 for 4 ounces of yarn or of fiber, so that is really good. And it's just beautiful. So this is definitely going in my spinning queue. The next bit of fiber that I purchased, that was actually the last fiber that I purchased. I'm actually moving backwards right now. Is from Greenwood, a hand-dyed company. And this is 4 ounces, 84% merino superwash, 16% stellina. And I think this is actually probably a little more than 4 ounces because this thing just goes on forever. And it's longer than the other one. So, but I'm not complaining. But of course, blue, purple, pink, gray, and then all the stellina in the world. Everything is sparkle, guys. I love sparkle. So yeah, even some like teal. Yeah, this is really pretty. And this one again was, I think, $19 or $20. I mean, the fiber prep is amazing, and it's cheaper than a skein of yarn. So I'm just really, really happy with it. And then the last thing that I bought is another bat from Hello Pearl. I think I still have a bat that I haven't spun up from last year, but this was the art bat that I spun up and left as a single a few podcasts ago. This is the same dyer or maker. And guys, it's just so pretty. And Jason actually helped me pick this out, and we had decided on this because it's kind of outside of my comfort zone. I had this one and a pink one in my hand, of course. And this one, we both were leaning towards this one. A, because it's outside of what I normally buy, and B, it's just really beautiful. And I have really been drawn to the blues lately. So this is called High Frequency, and it has 4.4 ounces. Now bats are more expensive than braids because there's more fiber prep involved, but it has BFL, Leicestershire long wool, Copeworth mint tencel crimped nylon, bohaha, silk noil, and Angelina. And what this doesn't have in it is neps. So I made sure to pick one out that did not have neps in it, because you guys know that was the only part about spinning her bat last time that I did not enjoy was the neps. And I think the only thing my husband didn't enjoy about it was the stellina, but you can't get fiber without stellina in it. So the only reason I say that is because it gets all over the place, but it's beautiful and definitely going into the fiber queue. And then I only bought a few skeins of yarn. 2 skeins for me, 1 skein for a friend. So I will start with Bumblebee Acres. I bought this for Laura Crocheting Hoovian because she saw it posted on Bumblebee Acres Instagram and fell in love with it. And I'm going to get to see her in Maryland, so I wanted to bring her a little gift. And she already knows it's coming. I already told her. This is The Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter inspired, obviously, on her squishy sock base, which is 75% merino, 25% nylon, from Bumblebee Acres. And it's just really beautiful. It's so pretty. I like the purple. There, it's not showing up true to color, but there's some purple in there. And then this blue right here, I really love. So, just beautiful skein yarn. And I got some for me. This is her Luna Lovegood colorway because, of course. And it's just so pretty. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. I would like to say that I can use this as like a skein and a shawl, along with something else. I got her 80-20 base, so I can, and actually it's 80% merino, 20% silk, so not 80-20 nylon, it's 80-20 silk, and it is so soft. And I don't know what this is gonna grow up to be. I've been trying really hard about not buying those one skein wonders, but I couldn't resist. This was like my impulse purchase this weekend, but I had to have it because it's so pretty. And then the last skein yarn that I bought is from a company that I have not heard of, and I believe it was their first time vending. And I saw she had a sample of this knit up, and it's like micro striping and really pretty. And so I bought it, and it'll be socks, and it's very Halloween-y. This is called Midnight Trickster on her, and it's so incredibly soft. It's 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon. And this is from Toe Creations on Etsy. And I also purchased a 20-gram matching mini for heels and whatnot. And this is called Shamrock. So I love it. It looked beautiful. And honestly, it was the best priced yarn that I had seen there. And I just really wanted to support her because it was her first time vending and it was just beautiful yarn. So you guys should definitely go check her out on Etsy, Toe Creations. She has some really beautiful sock sets. In fact, Laura, she had some on the Lorex base, and I was going back and forth. I had both of them in my hand, and I was like, I don't know which one I want, but I'm a sparkle girl, but also for some reason this base was really calling to me. And then I think mainly because I know Jason will wear socks out of this because he's like loves Halloween. And so I got this and I set down the Lorex one, and Laura was like, what happened was I had said, I'm not sure if I want the sparkle one or the normal one. And she didn't really advise me either way. She was just like, didn't say anything. And so I set down the sparkle one. I was like, I'm getting this one. She said, good, because I want that. And she picked it up and grabbed it up and snatched it up. And I think she also got and then she was I've never seen her that excited about yarn. She was super excited. And she also purchased a skein in their Christmas colorway. I'm not sure what the colorway name was on Lorex, but yeah, I highly recommend her. She has a lot of self-striping or micro striping skeins, and they just knit up really beautifully as socks. So you should definitely check her out on Etsy. And the last bit of acquisitions that I got was actually a gift from Laura and Alicia. And I actually drank coffee out of the mug they gifted me earlier on my last video and then finished the coffee. So Jason took it downstairs, so I don't have it up here to show. But if you want to see it, it's beautiful, and you can check out the other video. And then also, I messaged her a couple weeks ago and I was like, do you have any more of this fabric? Because I have to have one of these bags because it's so pretty. And she's like, yeah. And she's like, in fact, I wanted to bring you a gift and this just makes it easier on me. So let me just make one for you and bring it to Greencastle. Guys, it's so pretty. The polka dots, and they are 6 pockets in here. It's canvas material, a nice handle on the side. I just really love her drawstring bags, her drawstring canvas bags. They're really, really nice. So I would highly recommend you check out her shop. I know that she's updating these pretty frequently now, and they're well worth it. So that was part of my acquisitions. And then also, look at this bracelet. It's so pretty. I wear it all the time, and it says be happy. I love it, and it's perfect. So thank you guys for that. And I think that's, and I purchased a set of Hiya Sharps circular sock knitting needles because I needed another set, and they were $9 at one of the vendors, and I just wanted to support them. So The weather was really crappy this year. Last year it was super busy. We had beautiful weather, beautiful spring weather, and this year it was rainy and cold, and so there were not a lot of people there, unfortunately. So I really tried to support as many vendors as I could, and this was just my little contribution. Plus I needed more sock needles. Jason said, "What happened to your other sock needles?" And I said, "They have socks on them." And he's like, "Why don't you finish the project?" I'm like, "I will, but I'll need new ones before I finish those." Because we all need sock cast ons. And in fact, I am going to use this for my socks I'm casting on today. The, what are they called? Haverland socks from Rhinebeck. But that is it. That's it. I flew through today's episode, but I had a lot to talk about, so hopefully there's still enough content there. I am about to pause and come back and draw winners for the color knit along. And yeah, I think that's the only knitting along I'm closing because we still have a day left for the April socks. I'll draw that on the next podcast. And like I said, if you guys see me in Maryland, stop me and say hi. I'm excited to talk to everybody and knit with everybody. I, of course, am going to purchase and look at yarn, but I'm mostly going for the social aspect of it. So if you're interested in doing a meetup or whatever, make sure that you reach out to me or Levi, and we'll try to work it in. It's going to be a whirlwind trip for us. So if for some reason we're just not able to make the time, I do apologize, but I'm going to be vending in Kentucky. So if you're local, you could come see me there in 2 weeks. I will be vending at Wool Gathering. I'll be vending at Vogue Knitting Live in Columbus. And also we're going to Rhinebeck. So if we can't meet up at Maryland, don't worry. There's plenty of other opportunities. And I can't wait to see your face. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you later. I'm going to pop in the winners right here. Bye. Okay guys, so I know the winner of the blue color knit along. You will win this canvas bag from Lord Brady of Knit for Brains podcast. So beautiful. And a skein of Oh My Stars on my worker bee base. So this will be the prize, as well as a pattern in Ravelry up to $7 US. So the winner is Sarah's Nana, which is Pat from Maryland. So Pat, if you could message me your information on Ravelry, let me know your address and what pattern you would like. I will give that to you. And I hope you enjoy your prize. To everybody else, there's still opportunity to win next month. This month actually is going right now from April 15th to May 15th. We are doing the color knit along again, and this month's color is green. So if you knit anything with green between the 15th and the 15th of the month, then I will have a prize package for you that also includes project bag, skein of yarn, and a pattern of your choice, up to $7 US. And so I just opened the thread for that. And also, heads up, our next color is pink. I just did the random number generator or random color generator, and it chose fuchsia, and I'm going to go with pink because I think I don't want to put like specific tones of the color. I just want to make it the main color. So make sure you grab your yarn, whether it's green or pink, and you start knitting on the green ones this month and the pink ones next month. But that is it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me and sticking with me through this rushed episode. And I hope you guys have a great couple of weeks, and I can't wait to see you next time and tell you all about Maryland. So I will see you then. Bye.